Hello! Information program of public movement Change the World Together, CWT News with you. And today we'll talk about the next themes. Russians ask their president about cryptocurrencies, and Venezuelans try to save themselves from hyperinflation through Bitcoin. The popularity is growing. PRIZM cryptocurrencies is now traded on the CGen platform. Is a quantum computer a threat to a blockchain, or this is a parallel branch of development? We will begin our release traditional with an international review of events in the context of the cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology state regulation.
$37.5 billion. This part of the market is controlled by Bitcoin whales, the New York blockchain startup Chainalysis estimated. This is a third of all coins in the market. Moreover, in order to extract a small but stable profit, all these quasi-independent miners are pooled into a pool of which no less than 2 dozen, and only 4 such pools control more than half of all the capacity. Most pools, along with their computing power, are located in one country, which simplify the potential takeover of Bitcoin. The owners of mining pools establish their rules inside, not exactly at the expense of their own interests. And such reality doesn't allow us to talk about decentralization, which was originally laid in the idea and technology. The concept of decentralization leads the cryptocurrency beyond the national borders, so it's incorrect to talk about creating a Russian crypto ruble. During the direct line, President of the Russian Federation Vladimir Putin stated. However, the creation of national cryptocurrency may mean not the geographical scope of turnover, but the creator origin. It is in this context that the cryptocurrency created in Russia, based on the revolutionary technology of the blockchain, can be a truly decentralized financial instrument that gives all participants equal rights without exception. This was multiple repeated by the creator of the PRIZM cryptocurrency Alexei Muratov. If truly decentralized financial instruments are born today in Russia, this does not mean that the central bank should control emission and all subsequent process. The president of Russian Federation in turn called the caution treatment of the cryptocurrency phenomenon, but it is not mean limiting or prohibiting cryptocurrency turnover. The authorities should study how to use this tool in order, among other things, to avoid restrictions in the sphere of international financial activity, the Russian head noted. A complete ban of cryptocurrency at the state level jeopardizes the development of blockchain technology itself and prevents the disclosure of the full potential of digital currencies, Sberbank President Herman Gref said. Despite the fact that Gref himself doesn't use cryptocurrency, he considered them as a source of financing for the development of the blockchain. And most of the states, according to Gref, do not recognize the cryptocurrency because of its decentralization. No state, Gref said, will not part with the monopoly of money issue, but it is the income received from the issuance of money and is signed by the issuer on the right of ownership. That is, seigniorage is today the most profitable business since the appearance of fiat money. Life on the earth will change fundamentally if the business of producing money is transferred from uncontrolled private structures that have concentrated in their hands the management of media, space and education to every person by birth.
The purchasing power of money should increase every year due to scientific and technological progress and the improvement of tools. And it decreases due to inflation. Inflation is the consequences of throwing new money into the economy. New money depreciates old money that is in the hands of the physical, legal entities and in the reserves of central banks around the world.
A vivid example of such inflation, more than 14,000% a year, shows Venezuela. The state with the world's largest oil reserve is on the verge of a social catastrophe. Hospitals don't work. The inhabitants of the country have to spend weeks without milk, eggs, flour, soap and toilet paper. The situation in the country is aggravated by international sanctions and irrational economic policy of the state. And against the background of this raging hyperinflation, the demand for cryptocurrency has soared up. There is one surprising feature of cryptocurrencies which have been overlooked by almost everyone, feature which has not yet revealed its potential. But when this happens, it will cover the whole world, changing every aspect of society's life, assures the chairman of CWT board, Alexei Muratov. The true strength of cryptocurrency is the ability to issue and distribute money without centralized power. The world financial system has been in the private hands of financial elites for more than 100 years, and the blockchain technology allows to wrest power from these hands. This will open the door to a new world economy, leaving the old world order with a deficit economy in the pages of history textbooks.
Anonymity and openness of the blockchain, is it advantages or weaknesses? Our next reportage about where is it true.
MasterCard will apply blockchain for verification of payment cards at outlets. This information was published last week on the website of the US Patent Office. The new two-factor method encrypts the image of the card and stores information in the blockchain using public and private keys. When making a payment, the system received a request and, with the help of a private key, decrypts the image for subsequent verification. The verification process reduces anonymity, which is presented as an advantage of the blockchain technology, to zero. And this is one of the myths. Anonymity is very conditional, or more precisely, pseudonymity. As for the blockchain openness, it is necessary to understand: is it so good? The blockchain is open and everyone sees everything. That is, Bitcoin is not at all anonymous. For example, an attacker demands the ransom and give the wallet. Then everyone understands that the wallet belongs to a bad guy. And since anyone can follow the transactions from this wallet, it will simply not be possible to the fraudster use these coins. For it is worthwhile to reveal the identity somewhere, he will be immediately imprisoned. Since almost on all the exchanges it is necessary to pass through identification for exchange coins to fiat money. Therefore, attackers use the so-called mixer. Mixer blend dirty money with a lot of clean, and thus laundered them. Undoubtedly, the attacker pays a large commission for this and take a lot of risks, because the mixer is either anonymous and can run away with money, or already under the control of someone influential and can surrender to the authorities. If you set aside the problem of criminals, then for honest users there is not too much benefits in the blockchain openness. Imagine that user transfer to mama some part of Bitcoin. After that, she knows, first, how much all the money her child has on his wallet, always at any time. And secondly, his mother knows how much and, most important, for what exactly the money from his wallet is spent, what her child bought, what the role he played, what kind of policy he supported allegedly anonymously, or otherwise. Return a debt to a friend for limited in Bitcoins. No friend as well as mommy knows everything about the financial flows of user. It is so harmless if we look at this situation from the physical person viewpoint. But what if we look at this from the company or corporation viewpoint? All counterparties, purchases, sales, customers, the volume of account, and generally all financial flows become public. These give to competitors unlimited opportunities. Thus, the blockchain openness is rather its lag than an advantage. After all, if many people are ready to open their past financial history for everyone, are they all ready to open it for the future too?
PRIZM cryptocurrency is becoming more popular and has been added for training of the CGN platform.
CGN is a young startup which for a couple of months gathered an audience of 9,000 users from all over the world. Immediately 3-in-1 exchange for earning by trading, P2P platform to trade without intermediaries for fiat money, exchange to quickly buy or sell in one click. Unlike other platforms of CGN, there are instant automatic withdrawal, no input and output fees. Commission for transactions is only 0.1% on each side and 24/7 support. The CGN team believes in the ideas of a new world and is committed to international success. Already the platform is localized CGN in 9 languages. Together, PRIZM and CGN will create a new decentralized future and change the world. PRIZM Aerial is a tool for implementing of the original concept of PRIZM as an advanced tool for formatting a new macroeconomic model of the world and for transforming the current one. PRIZM Aerial is a symbiosis of discovery and loyalty, which combines all the conceptual constants of a fair decentralized emission system in the transcontinental community of PRIZM. PRIZM Aerial allows you to monitor in real time all the key parameters for calculating the parameter of the follower structure in a convenient graphical interface by indicating the loyalty data on the basis of which the wallet address is determined to make local exchange of PRIZM coins to fiat money within the selected structure. By using PRIZM Aerial, each member of the PRIZM community can organize their own exchange point green stars you see, with the isolated turnover of PRIZM coins within their structure of followers.
A quantum computer is not deadly for Bitcoin, you say scientists convince. They argue that this fear is based on ignorance and panic. Is it true? Our journalists know.
A quantum computer is not a threat to the blockchain, a representative of the American Institute of Economic Research said. In his opinion, this fear is based on the ignorance and panic moods. However, such articles testify to the incompetence of the authors and are aimed at distracting and dispelling public attention. Today, cryptocurrencies use secure hash algorithm SHA built on the Merkle-Damgard structure. The initial information is divided into blocks. Each block is divided into 16 words. The algorithm passes each message block through a loop with 64 iterations. In other words, the information is processed 64 times. At each iteration, 2 words are converted, the rest of the words are set to the conversion function. This is if we describe the process in brief. So today the computing power is not enough to crack the SHA algorithm. But according to the head of the international public movement CWT Alexei Muratov, a quantum computer is able to crack cryptographic hashing in a couple of minutes and gain access of secret information of any state or company. The only protection is the development of hashing for quantum processor and computers. Such fears are caused by the fact that the quantum computer, unlike the usual one, doesn't operate with bits, but with qubits, which are capable of changing a respective depending on the state vector of the register in space. Qubit is in all possible combinations of its constituent bits and simultaneously use 2 classical states of the bit. Thus, one operation on a group of qubits is calculated immediately over all possible values of it, in contrast to the group of classical bits, when only the current value can be used. And this means that the quantum computer is not deadly for Bitcoin. It is deadly for today's cryptography, which underlines of blockchain technology on which all the security of today's cryptocurrency is based.
It's all for today. Follow for blockchain and industry events with us. We will meet exactly in a week.